Hey YouTube, how we doing? Alright, so we've just taken our boil pot with our wort in it off of the stove from our 60-minute boil, and now we've got it over here in a ice bath. Now, the point in this is we've had it in a boil and we need to cool it down before we can pitch our yeast. And we don't want to leave it out exposed to the atmosphere any longer than we have to. Since we're done with our boil, now everything has to stay sanitized. So we want to cool this down as fast as we can, get it into our first stage fermenter, get our yeast pitched, get it sealed up, and get our airlock put on before there's any chance of contamination. So we want to cool this down to about 80 degrees before we pitch the yeast. You don't want to pitch your yeast when it's any more than 80. So I usually try to get it down around 70 degrees by the time I pitch it, which doesn't usually take that long. To do this, I just took my sink, filled it up with ice cold water, put some ice in it. Then I take some of the ice and I put it directly into the wort. Because I'm not going to have my 5 gallons here, because I started out with about 3.5 gallons of water. And then by the time I went through the entire process, the steep and the boil, you know, I was down to about 2.5, maybe 3 gallons of water left. So I'm still about 2 gallons of water shy that I'm going to have to add once I put it into my first stage fermenter. So putting some ice directly in there, you know, isn't going to add too much water to your wort. So you're fine there. But anyway, let's check the heat and see where we're at, the temperature. And right now we're at 90 degrees, so we've got a little ways to go. But we'll get that down to 80 degrees, and when we come back, we will be dumping our wort into our first stage fermenter, and I'll show you that process.